Parents, how did you reconcile with your child? When I lost my wife, I didn't know what to do with myself. I stopped working, stopped calling people back, just existed in the same chair for most of the day. Grace had been gone 3 years, and I still hadn't packed away her side of the closet. My back was wrecked from the accident, but the grief had done more damage. I barely talked to my daughter. Emma and I had a blowout fight a month after the funeral, and never really came back from it. She was 25 then, and needed me. I couldn't be there, not really, so she moved on without me. Then one morning, a wedding invitation landed in my mailbox. Clean envelope, formal print, no note. I stared at it for a long time before opening it. Emma was getting married. I remembered Grace's last words to me. She had grabbed my hand in the hospital and said, "Promise me you'll dance with her at her wedding." I had said yes, but I never thought the day would actually come. I called Emma to RSVP. It was stiff. She sounded like I was calling about insurance, not her wedding. I asked about the father-daughter dance. She paused, then said, "If you're up for it." That stung more than I expected. I hung up and stared at the phone for a while. Then I searched for dance studios, found one that worked with people who had physical injuries, called the number, and talked to a guy named Miguel. Said he could help. I booked a session. The first class was brutal. My back screamed with every movement. I was sweating before we even got through the warm-up. Miguel didn't push too hard, just kept encouraging me. Told me it wasn't about looking good, it was about showing up. I started taking pain meds before class, practiced in my garage at night. Once, I fell straight onto the concrete, thought I cracked a rib, but I got up and kept going. One night Miguel played a slow song during cool down. I recognized it right away. What a wonderful world. That was the song Grace and I danced to at our wedding. I didn't say anything. I just kept moving, slow and careful, while that old pain rolled in and sat with me. A few weeks before the wedding, Emma's future mother-in-law called, Diane, asked if I could help hang some lights. We got to talking and she said something that stuck. She said, "Emma doesn't think there's gonna be a father-daughter dance. She figured you wouldn't want to." That hit like a punch. All the nights in the garage, the bruises, the falls. I almost quit that night. Spent the next day in bed. Then I found this old DVD from Emma's 16th birthday. Me and Grace dancing in the backyard. Emma twirling in circles around us. I watched that 3 times. Then I called Miguel and asked him to tweak the routine. Make it slower, less footwork. Just something that looked like a real dance even if my body couldn't do much. The night before the wedding, I showed up at the rehearsal dinner. Emma barely looked at me. I heard her tell someone she was skipping the dance part. Said she didn't want to make it awkward. I didn't say anything. Then the wedding came. Everyone looked sharp. I wore my old navy suit that still kind of fit. The reception was loud, full of people I didn't know. I kept waiting for the moment. Finally, the DJ announced the father-daughter dance. Emma looked confused, a little sad. She didn't move, but I did. I got up slow. Every joint in my body felt like it was packed with sand, but I made it across the floor. "Dad, we don't have to," she whispered. "I promised your mom," I said. "I've been practicing." The music started. Same song Grace and I danced to. Emma froze, then stepped into my arms. We moved like turtles, but halfway through she started crying. Said she missed me. Said she didn't think I cared anymore. I told her I didn't know how to be a dad without Grace, but I was trying now. After the dance, she hugged me harder than she had in years. A month later, we were having dinner, and she showed me ultrasound photos. She said, "I want you to teach them to dance someday." I nodded. That night, I flushed the last bottle of pills down the toilet.